According to the FBI, hate crimes in America targeting Muslims or people who just appear to be Middle Eastern surged in the aftermath of 9/11.
There is this cloud, with the hate crimes, with the profiling, with being rounded up. Again, I think this illustrates the power of film, that in spite of the reality, in spite of the material that we know to be true, we still embrace the mythology. The mythology is still a part of our psyches. Stereotypes take a long time to wither away. And for many of us, we're comfortable with our prejudices. We don't want to change. We've grown accustomed to this face. When we think of Arabs, what do we see? What images come to mind? Do we see actual people? People who, despite real cultural or geographical differences, do pretty much the same things that we do. When we think of Arab women, what images come to mind? Do we see women who laugh and play and who adore their children? Women who work in the home as well as outside? Would it come as a surprise to know that in many Arab countries, a majority of college students are actually women? What's our immediate image of Arab men? Do we see loving fathers? Men who want to provide for their families? What about Arab teenagers? Do we see them the way you would think about teenagers in other parts of the world? Then there's religion in the Arab world. Do we see it as all-encompassing, dominating everything else? Do we know that even though faith plays a huge role in the Arab world, just as it does here in the United States, that it's also true that much of the Arab world is quite secular? When we think of Arabs and religion, does Christianity come to mind? Do we remember that there are over 20 million Christians in the region who have lived side by side in harmony with Muslims for centuries? To their credit, some filmmakers have shown Arabs and American Arabs in all their complexities. And an excellent way to shatter a stereotype is through laughter, through comedy. So we have comedians. Comedians have done this historically. Black comedians, Jewish comedians. So we see Arab comedians doing this, and this is one way to release the tension.
My name's on a credit card, true story. Guy behind the counter picked up my credit card, sees the olive card, looks at me all weird. He's like, hey, buddy, what kind of name is, that? I'm like, well, sir, it's an Arabic name. He goes, what does this mean? So I'm like, well, translate it to English? It means peaceful, friendly Arab? But he's not happy because, what Arab country is your family from? So I tried the most peaceful, proper one that he would like. So I'm like, we're from the same Arab country that Aladdin is from.
To his credit, Michael Moore in Fahrenheit 9/11 in the DVD includes a scene with this comedy coming out.
My name really is Ahmed, and I can't fly anywhere. All you white people have it easy. You guys get to the airport like an hour, 2 hours before your flight. It takes me a month and a half.
Nous vivons dans un monde qu'on peut critiquer, qui est le monde de la dérision. Vous le savez bien, les médias, je dirais, le monde de la dérision, on se moque de tout. Le fait que ça se fasse me satisfait. Parce que ça veut dire que nous avons, qu'on est libre, peu à peu...
Il faut qu'on soit beaucoup plus sage que ça, qu'on rentre pas dans ces provocations. Et c'est pour ça que...
C'est l'autocensure, ça, Jamel. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire? Si on commence à pas faire de dessin pour pas choquer les musulmans...
Non, pour moi...
C'est de l'autocensure. C'est la fin de la liberté d'expression.
Pour moi, la liberté d'expression, pour moi,